I'm Chase.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Customer Service. What?
He said, all right, hit this shit. Staring out the window like a dog.
I'm trying to see if that dude's wearing J's. Good morning. It's Boulder. We're in Boulder, rather. It's Tuesday. Timothy is back in the building. As you know, if you listen to the last couple podcasts, Timothy was out of town with Abby. They were in Florida on a nice little family vacation. So we recorded podcasts ahead of time. So now we're back. We're live. Welcome back, Timbo.
Thank you. It's great to be back. Yeah. It's like watching someone. It's like watching a cartoon character like slip on a banana. What you were doing there? It's like whoa, whoa, whoa. Kept going. We got there though. Yep, back from vacation. It was Florida in August. It's nice and hot.
Yeah, just as
it doesn't bother me.
Listen,
I don't want to live in humidity. That's a big thing. But if it was the heat level,
it had central air. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what a dream, dude.
I don't care. I'm outside most of the day. Yeah. In a situation.
Well, if you
like
need
this.
a reprieve, you just walk into the kitchen barefoot.
Well, there's also an ocean and a pool in our case, so that's just
that's amazing.
That's the same thing.
But
amazing. All the Florida, they keep it's bath water in the Gulf.
The ocean, the Gulf, or the pool, or both?
Well, both technically, but the pool was it was normal.
Like what?
You
did take time to get used to, or no?
No, you're just good.
You're just good.
Yeah, it's cooler than outside, but not by a lot.
The water is warm in the Gulf.
Yes, it's like hot.
Did you guys do any skim boarding or boogie boarding or anything like that?
No, you've asked me that like 3 times.
I asked you were gonna. I thought maybe you'd get there and see how fun it looks.
No, I
didn't. And you do it.
It's not like the waves were crazy enough that you could have really been doing any of that kind of thing. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Well, boogie boarding, you need the waves. Skim boarding, you just need the little.
But you need a lot of flat.
You need a lot of runway.
Yeah, it wasn't happening like that.
So
like, there was no boarding happening.
The only time I've ever been in the ocean. Yeah, I went in the ocean in Cocoa Beach one time for like an hour. But
that's the only time you've been in the ocean?
Yeah, no, that was the one time. But then prior to that, the only other time was my mom took us to Ocean City, Maryland for the summer. We went to on a trip to Ocean City, Maryland. And that was the only time I've been in the ocean. I boogie boarded and got such a bad salt rash on my belly from the thing, and then got tossed around a couple times. Waves got on top of you and it hit me. And I remember the first time it hit me being like, fuck, dude, I'm dead. Like, it really,
when it yanks you backwards a little bit, and you're like, uh-oh.
Knocked the wind out of me from the top. You know what I mean? But then beyond that, we saw skim boards. And we didn't know how a skim board worked or what to do with it or nothing. So I was in like shin or knee height water, setting the skim board on top of the water, running and jumping on it, and then just being like
sinking.
When's it happen? You know what I mean? So we never did learn how to do that, but I've always been envious of people who could skimboard. It looks like a lot of fun.
You can do little like shove-its with it and stuff.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We used to do it when we were kids in South Carolina. It's like it looks pretty when you do it right, but if you fall, it's as bad as falling off a skateboard. I mean, it's just that sand is concrete.
Hard, wet sand. Also, there's shells and rocks and shit. Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I took my one of my toenails off with one of those things one time because you just like hit it wrong and they're wood, you know what I mean, and just off went the nail.
Dude. Yeah.
So that really ruins it.
Yeah, son of a gun. Well, tell me about it. What'd you get into? Tell me some highlights. I know you got to ride a bike around.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like it's like the area where it was is I think it was affected by the hurricane.
Yeah, wait. Do you want to say where it was? No,
I don't know. I was just curious. I just don't.
Yeah.
But it's like I think it was because there was a lot of like damaged houses that were being, or not damaged, but like people like repairing or doing things to houses in this big neighborhood. It's like there's these weird neighborhoods that are set up like every few miles where it'll be like a big neighborhood that was set up that has access to the beach, and then there's nothing for a little bit. It almost looks like if there was a lot more water in Indiana, in rural Indiana.
Interesting, sure. Yeah,
because it just looks like nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like flat.
Yeah, just land.
And then it'll be like, then there's another one of these little kind of like prepared neighborhoods. And they all have like a town in the middle of them. And when I say a town, it's like a strip of a couple stores.
It's like we said, it's like there's a taffy store.
Yeah. It's in, like an alcohol store. Yeah. And then that's pretty much it. And there's like a restaurant that it's never open and it looks bad.
Yeah.
And so there's not much to do really. So you pretty much just like, I drove the family around in a golf cart,
Hell yeah.
6-seater.
Yeah, it's
1,
tight.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6-seater.
2 on the back facing out.
Yeah, there's clearly like a hierarchy that I don't fully understand of is the garage door open? Yeah, we're good. It's like there's a hierarchy that I don't fully understand of golf carts.
Yeah.
Like there's like different levels to
Oh, yeah, honey. When I went to Palm Springs last May, I experienced the same thing where like clearly some of the folks they got it. It's like, oh, I didn't know they made golf carts like this, dude.
Yeah.
Color, lights hanging off it and shit, big wheels.
It is like truly like this is the problem is like just because I'd say in fact most people that are able to really achieve financial success just never got any taste at all. You know what I mean? Because like it's like these all look dumb. Like they look so dumb.
Yeah.
Like some of them have like shocks on them and
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
you
Like
can
full
see
on.
like one had like you could see the little like the brakes through the wheels and you're like give me a fucking brake. It's
Painted the calipers.
it's a golf
Put
cart.
rims on
It's
it.
so
Yeah.
dumb, and they all look so stupid. But they're kind of fun to drive around. I get it.
Was it electric then? You just plug that shit in?
Yeah.
Cool.
It seems to be that some people had different versions of that, and this is Trump's America where we're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've got some real ding dongs, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fun to drive around there.
Yeah.
And then there was like bikes and stuff. Oh,
Because you rented like an Airbnb, so it's a house that
it's
comes
just a house.
furnished with a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
So you
it's
bikes
obviously
and-
this family just has this big house that they rent out all the time.
cool.
It's just a rentable.
Yeah, it's sick.
And then they had a bunch of bikes, and all of them were flat. I was like, "Oh, a bike! I'll ride a bike around." They're all flat. They're beach cruisers, so they weigh 6,000 pounds.
Yeah.
They are all metal. Everything's covered in metal. Like, why are the wheels covered in metal?
Yeah. Heavy as shit.
And then one of them, the one that did have air in the tires, and it probably was not enough air, but it was drivable, was like white with like purple wheels and like pink stuff all over it. So it looked like, I kept telling Abby, it looked like a Polly Pocket bike.
Yeah, tight.
So that's the one I rode around. So I just ride around this neighborhood because there's no one there.
Yeah.
It feels like there's like maybe like 2 families that live there full time. And then I think this was the beginning of the off season because it was mostly like weird construction guys. Like these are like 2 men construction teams, like something you and I would start.
Yeah,
that are
100%.
just yelling at each other a lot.
Yeah.
And all they're doing
Leather, skin, just, yeah.
one guy smoking, sitting on the back of the truck, yelling at the guy that's on the roof.
Yeah.
And I think they take breaks because it gets too hot.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
and they're just putting on like storm windows and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's nothing going on in this neighborhood.
Timothy, I know these guys. They've got the, not a bandana on the top of the head, but you know what I mean? The stretchy material that goes on the top of the head. And then they have the sunglasses with the ties in the back and shit. Salt Life shirt. You know.
A lot of salt life stuff. Yeah.
I want some Salt Life gear. If anybody has a 2X Venti out there, I'll buy it from you. $12.
Why do you pull? That's just go to eBay. That you don't think. I think Salt Life primarily makes things in 2X. That's their middling size, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's just Daryl and Hank are out there just
Daryl and Hank's great. Yeah.
yelling at each other. But there's nothing else going on. So I just would, just drive around there, listen to music really loud in the headphones. And then, I'd go sit at the beach for a little while before anyone was really doing anything.
Yeah, dude.
And then, I just spent a lot of time outside. I love getting in and out of water, whether it be ocean or pool. If that's a job, because it's a nice way to move your body around. Where it's not like when you go to the gym and you come back and like I'm sore the next day. I got to try to push through the
you're
next
just
one.
exhausted.
Yeah, you're really tired. You've obviously done a nice workout, but and you've moved, I think, a lot of interesting muscles and stuff. Like we were saying, I do think that the retired Florida life, if you were living like I was, which is basically like you get up in the morning. I would get everything ready. I would just run because I like doing little jobs,
Yeah.
I'm not great on vacation, as you might imagine. And so I'd run all the stuff down like a pool boy and set it all up at the beach because I just liked doing the errands of the back and forth. And
was there no one at the beach? You could just leave shit there?
Every so often you'd see another like family, but like not really, no. I mean, so you can just leave things down there.
Oh
so
my God.
I'd set it up and then I'd go back and make breakfast or help make breakfast and clean it up and eat that. And then you go back down there and hang out there for a few hours.
Yeah.
You come back, you're in the pool for a few hours. You make some grill food at night. It's just a lot of like
sounds great.
running pointless errands, but you're moving your body around a lot, but not in like strenuous
Well,
ways.
imagine if you owned the property too. Now, you're not like necessarily like that guy, but imagine if you were retired and owned the property and you did have a little garden you took care of. I think you do a lot of labor doing that lifestyle. you move your body more than you think. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in and out of the ocean. It takes a lot of energy to just like stand up when the waves are pushing you around and shit. You know what I mean?
What I like to do is you like sit in it with like your legs up, you know, so your butt's kind of touching the ground. You're not underwater, but you've really got to, every time the waves hit you,
some Navy SEAL shit.
It is like gnarly, like ab workout.
Yeah, dude, I bet.
Yeah, so I liked that. So I just sit there and, you know, get mushed around, and then Gia was always doing things. So
you see any unidentified flying objects down there?
No. I don't even think you could tell in Florida, man. It's the air's so thick and the people are so weird. I don't think you'd know. If the aliens are anywhere, that's probably where they're hanging out because they'd blend right in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Let's think. What else did I do? I saw something. This was Well, you know, actually, off of something you said of getting the salt burn.
Yeah.
First day I get there, I'm doing it on the beach. It's very nice to get. You know how much I like just cooking myself in the sun.
Dude. Yeah.
I'm doing that. And I'm using some of the wet sand to sort of like exfoliate my skin.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And I'm like, this feels great. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I do things too. This is a big thing. I don't know if this is like a sensory issue for me or whatever that is going on, but I do things too hard. I've been told I brush my teeth too hard. Everything I'm doing is hard.
Why do the thing if you're not going to have it? Do it.
I'm just at full speed and intensity at all times, you know? And so I'm doing it for a little while. Feels good. I don't think anything of it. The next day I get up and I'm like, I have destroyed my skin. Like
just
I took off a layer or
abrasions.
two.
Yeah.
Abrasions. Yeah. Just like,
and coupled with the sun.
And then sunburn on top of it. So like day 2, I'm not feeling great. I'm like, oh no, I ruined this vacation by doing too much. I was out in the sun too much. I exfoliated too much everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I am done. But then by like 3rd or 4th, I was fine. But so I did that.
Yeah.
I will say on the plane ride back, there was on the plane ride there. I was on one of those new planes it's got the wireless headphone connections now. Way more space. Things were looking nice on United.
United, yeah.
United out of Denver with the little new area is primo.
Oh, the new what do they call
section.
that? A new
There's like a
terminal. They redid the terminal.
Area
If you gotta wait, you can go to that nice patio at the very end. Yeah. And they got nice little shops and shit the whole way down. Because that would be like my main gripe is back. Because, you know, if you live in Denver, you mostly fly United. If you were at 49 or 99 or whatever it was, there wasn't shit, dude. So you had to get your food and then walk the half a mile there. But
I've always been a Delta guy because of business.
Yeah.
And it was mostly because Delta had a hub in Chicago, and then we go to New York and Paris a lot. So those are all Delta. And then same thing when we started here. So everything's Delta. We're Diamond, whatever.
Yeah.
We are everything we're
which
supposed
we found
to be.
out doesn't mean shit, actually.
Don't try to get it.
No,
it sucks.
It's a waste. It's a scam. Delta's scamming you.
Yeah.
It's a corporation full of fucking thieves. But
if you want to call us and we'll sort this out, Delta, you give me a call. You've got my number.
We'll talk it out. We tried.
We tried to call the special number. Oh, special number wasn't working that day.
Nope.
So what are we doing?
Yeah, you would have thought honestly that we were
the
lowest of the low, off the street, crawled in and charity case. So anyway.
Everyone has made it seem that when you hit Diamond Medallion, you're in a different world.
No, they don't care.
They don't care at all.
In fact, I think they treat you worse. Evidence would tell me that they treat you worse at Diamond.
I can feel by your tone we've gone down a thing we need to back off of. But when I was flying back flew back on a very old plane.
Yeah.
Like nothing on it.
You're saying coming home?
Yeah, like you're talking like seats bolted to the ground.
They still allowed you to smoke cigs in it?
They don't even think they had the signs up for no smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nothing, no entertainment, no nothing. And which I don't care, whatever. But
Florida to Denver is also not nothing.
It's 3 hours. But the lady next to me was clearly bored. She was like looking at her phone. I saw her. Not my catty corner where it's like, well, if you're looking around, there's nothing to look at. I look over her. I see what she's doing. She's on her phone. She's just looking through her photos, which, look, everyone's done that.
Of course,
when you're looking at it, we got to audit this thing finally. You know what I mean? And here's the time to do it. But at some point, I just noticed she was just looking at like screenshots of menus of different restaurants. And I was like, oh, this is move over, Mashan. This is Chase's new girl. She was just, and the thing is, she had multiples. I was watching, she skimmed through them, just reread them, and I'm like, damn. I was like, she should work for us. I tell you, if anything, I got to give her a job offer when she's done. She fit in
so well here. Yeah. Oh my god.
So I thought that was funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's one of my. I mean, and like as we know, that's one of the best things to do. Is look at what people are doing. Look at what people are watching.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you perusing menus of past experiences.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's
She's just
planning out her dinner for
revisiting.
tonight,
Yeah.
you know, for the night coming home.
Maybe you're right. Maybe she just keeps those ones locked and loaded. Either
Oh
way,
God,
I thought it was a
that's
funny
so
thing to do.
funny. That's so funny.
The other thing I noticed about the house we were staying in, it was a great place. I mean, it was a you know, they're all kind of big because they're tall, you know.
No basements, huh?
No.
Yeah.
No, not in Florida.
Yeah.
It's a it's a like below sea level.
Yeah.
It seems like a terrible idea. But the house that we were in had like, you know, they did it and it's nice. They just did it up to be like very ocean themed because obviously people are just renting it, you know. But this thing had I started being like, man, there's like a lot of chandeliers in here. You know what I mean? Like every light
Are you
fixture
saying
is
like crystal chandeliers
no,
looking
but
things?
like a hanging light,
Okay,
like a
sure,
hanging
sure.
chandelier light.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? So then I started like one day while everyone was out doing something, I had to come back to get sunscreen for some or gear. I don't remember what the deal was. I was there alone. I'm like, you know, I got to know how many are in here, you know, because this is too many.
Yeah.
So I go do first floor. I don't know if it was, no, I guess it's just 2 floors. And I go through and I count the first one. There's a lot down here. There's got to be less upstairs, right? No, there's more upstairs. How many do you think could be in a house? Like, use a number that you think. It's like, obviously, I'm leading you to believe it's a high number.
8?
Okay. 18. 18 chandeliers in this crib.
Imagine the contractor they hired for this. Like,
He's like,
motherfuckers
lady,
want
no,
18
there's no way you're
chandeliers.
doing. You're
We're
not gonna
charging
break-
extra,
You're not
ma'am.
going to break 10, right? She's like,
Yeah.
oh, we're breaking 10. He's like, no.
Golly.
So that was just an interesting thing.
Yeah,
I
it is.
noticed.
It is.
Yeah.
Tell me the food you ate. Did anything stand out for
home
you?
meals, my favorite
Yeah.
thing. I don't like going out for food anymore. I don't like delivering food. It's all bad. Everything's bad. I like home food. I've made a complete 180.
I mean, yeah, you have made a complete 180. I will say it is nice when you're comfortable cooking and shit. The stuff we've been making lately, I really love. And
I want a personal chef that makes very boring, straightforward like meals.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like meat and vegetable, nothing else.
some chicken Alfredo.
No. That's the worst Italian dish.
I want chicken Alfredo for lunch today. I just decided.
Jesus Christ. You guys got to stop. It's like you inhale 90% of your calories at lunch, which is insane to me.
Well, what did I
Not
have
at breakfast
yesterday?
at the beginning of the day. I
No,
could
I
sort
had-
of hear that. Not at the end of the day. Dead middle.
I had ramen yesterday, and then I had a veggie sandwich for dinner. I'm pretty good about eating lately. No. Listen, when intermittent fasting, quote unquote, IF in the typed community, people typing out, oh, I'm IF, it's like, no, that's just called being poor. That's just what you did for your early 20s, and I don't like that
I've
people
done
are...
that my entire life.
Yeah.
Just to be clear. Like,
I'm
that's
not
not like I didn't make a lifestyle change to do that.
No, the only time that I'm eating breakfast is like...
Yeah, Chase, you're
If
right.
you-
I view those 2 meals as luxury meals.
Yeah.
Like breakfast and lunch are like, I guess. But
No, it's a luxury meal.
What
Now,
are we doing? Are we on vacation?
when I'm home, and I am trying to be better about not eating the bulk of my whole sustenance at 8 p.m. I have really been trying to do that a little bit. But I have ramen and shit for lunch yesterday. But yeah, breakfast is a different thing. I'll have it if you go to breakfast with someone.
I hate going out to breakfast.
You know?
I don't ever want to go out to breakfast. I only want to go to a coffee shop.
My
Never
favorite little
breakfast.
thing is breakfast is great if you're hungover. If you're hungover, you gotta have a little something. So whether that's a bagel or eggs and bacon or what have you,
I
know
let
what
my
mean?
body
But
work it out. It'll figure it out.
in my opinion,
it doesn't
yeah.
need it doesn't
Well,
need help.
you're not hungover, and I don't remember the last time I even been hungover. I wasn't even hungover on the 4th when I broke my toe. So I don't even remember the last time I was hungover. I wasn't hungover for the wedding either.
I had some. I wanted to bring something for the house, you know. So I stopped and made a contribution to my patron angel Kendall Jenner and bought some 818 tequila.
Is that her brand?
Mm-hmm. And we were doing some shots of tequila. And I forget at like sea level, it's like, oh, I'm a tank. I can drink so much alcohol and it doesn't affect me at all. When I come back here, half a shot, I'm hung. I can't sleep.
100%, dude.
Not hungover, but I can't sleep.
100%.
There, I could do like, I could have ran 8 and been like, I'm good the next day. I'm ready to go.
I think I comfortably had for Machan's brother's wedding when we were in Arizona. We were at Phoenix, which has to be sea level, right? They're not at altitude, but either way, I had between
If
showing
it's not
up
by the sea, I don't know if it's at sea level. or
No,
not.
you know, but like I don't know. I would reckon it's desert. I don't know why. Either way, Cole's looking that up. I would say between getting to the venue and drinking the party took a shot together at say 4 to the wedding ending at 10 or so. I had 12 to 14 drinks for real. And we were at Jack in the Box drive-thru, and I was a little chattier than usual, probably just being kind of annoying to Mishan. But beyond that, wasn't hammered, no hangover. It's amazing what the difference is. Like, because when I first moved here 2016, I had just started drinking just within the last year. You know what I mean? And so my buddies that I had lived with, they were like, well, fuck, we didn't get to drink when you were here in 2014. We want to, let's go have a couple drinks. So I went out and got hammered. That might be the sickest I've ever been. Like, truthfully, like sleeping on the bathroom floor, really dead. But yeah, so anyway, so you got yourself some 818 tequila and you guys were ripping some shots.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
So did that a little bit. Do you have any like let's say you're on vacation, where's your like let loose? Because like for example, like I just basically we had Diet Cokes, and I'm normally that's normally like a maybe 2 a month kind of situation. For me.
Yeah.
Not there. I was just like, if I want a Diet Coke, I'm just gonna have one.
Dude,
and
good for you.
This is me as loose as I can be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, you know what else I did? When I was at the liquor store, because they had like a humidor, I just bought a cigar.
Hell yeah.
I was like, what can I get? And I was like,
dude,
oh,
this
it's
is
like,
so sick.
Like it was like $18 is where I'm like, it seems pretty good. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
sure.
So I got 2 thinking like this will be tight little shorties, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was like, and I'll be all right. I was like, having nicotine because I can't have nicotine because I can't do it just a little bit.
Yeah.
I like did it all up. I finally did it, and I was like, I hate this. I hate it so much. And you'd think, why would I not like that? I love nicotine, obviously.
Well, you love.
I don't like the way it
cigs.
smells. It stays in your mouth for. It's not like a cigarette where it's like, you know, you get a little mouth taste on it, but it's not sitting there forever. This is like, oh, good. The next day, even after brushing my teeth twice, I can still taste it.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
You
I threw it out early. I couldn't get that. I didn't hate it.
Are you inhaling it? And I realize that that's
No.
a silly question because we know we're not supposed to. But
No,
like,
I worked for a guy for a long time that was super into cigars, so I know how to cut them and light them and do all
okay,
this
so you know how to fix it up and do all that?
Because he
Yeah,
would like to. He would like to do our meetings at like we would do these meetings at like a cigar shop, and it was just it sucked. I hated it so much.
Like you would go into like a cigar
I got
club.
in trouble too because I lit a cigarette in there, thinking we're all doing it. Why am I not? allowed to? Mine's just littler.
Yeah.
I thought if anything, I'm not causing any problems.
Yeah.
I'm developing half the smoke you are.
Yeah.
But I got in trouble for it. So
Yeah, of course. So you let loose by drinking as many Diet Cokes as you wanted, and you got a couple cigars.
I would say I had.
Did you get
on the trip? I had 1 a day. So for me, this is like I went berserk.
Diet Cokes?
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping you had like 3 or 4. I was hoping you were just housing these boys.
No, just like 1 a day.
Yeah.
My letting loose is very different than yours.
I agree.
So you have to
I was gonna say my letting loose.
I'm outdoors the whole day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little looser in different areas than you.
Oh
are.
yeah, for sure. For the record, the what you described is I would be the same way in that you'd have to drag me out of that fucking pool, man. I'd be in the pool, down the beach, into the water, in the pool, into the house, eating. Where I let loose is I will have beer at any time that it's offered to me or I have the opportunity. I had
a beer. I had a dumb beer. I don't remember what it was.
Did you get beer at the liquor store?
I got a land shark.
Oh hell yeah!
At a restaurant. I was
hell
like,
yeah!
This is the right thing to have here.
I've never had a land shark. I've never thought of land shark.
Yeah, they're good.
I had my friend growing up. Her dad.
That's their market.
He was just a big land shark guy, and everybody knew. I can't think of his name, but it was like we had like a tight knit group. We all knew each other's parents and siblings, etc. And we all knew that when he was around, he had land shark. He was a big dude, and in fact, his office, he had like I don't know what kind of business he had, but there was a lighthouse that was built out by the beach, but not on the beach. It was a mock lighthouse built, I believe, to like sell lighthouses. It was like a lighthouse company built a lighthouse in a parking lot.
Hold on. You're telling me your friend's dad was a lighthouse
salesman?
salesman?
No. Over by where the quote unquote beach is, if you were going to go somewhere at the nice beach in Ashtabula, a half a mile out from the beach, 3/4 of a mile, half a mile out from the beach. I'm doing the Guy Fieri thing.
Yeah. How many yards do you think that is?
On accident. 4 or 5 football fields comfortably. 6 or 7 football fields. 2006, 2007 Birdman.
Just get to it. Land it. We can't. It's nuts, dude.
So he had an office. It was a parking lot. There was a in the parking lot, my uncle also had some ownership in some of these buildings, and he had a bunch of old boats and shit he'd store in there. He's like a hoarder guy, you know what I mean? But my friend's dad, who liked the land sharks, had an office. I believe this lighthouse was built by a lighthouse company as a place to, like, as a, you know, as an example, as a demo lighthouse. And then I think the company no longer existed. Long story short, it was a full-size lighthouse in a parking lot.
Why did
his office was in this lighthouse? I think he just bought the fucking lighthouse when the company went under or something. His office was in a lighthouse. The first floor was his little office, and you could follow a spiral staircase up it to a second floor that had other little shit, dude. And so anyway, I don't even know this guy that well. You know what I mean?
You just know everything about his situation, but I don't know the guy. Hey, listen, don't hold me to anything. I don't know this guy. You just said so much information about him. Hey, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know anything about the dude.
So, yeah. So, he liked land sharks. I'm glad you got some. You just got a little pack for the house?
No, I just got one.
Just one?
I got one at a restaurant. It was a restaurant where a guy
cool.
was playing. This guy kicked ass, dude. Because I really mean it. Because I always think that Abby thinks I'm being like ironic about it. But any like musician who's at this level, giving 110% at like a crappy seafood restaurant, he's got a piano. He's got the iPad like rigged up atop the piano
for like notes and shit.
The iPad is playing backup music because he's just one guy in a piano.
Oh, no kidding!
It's playing backup music, and he's just ripping on the piano. So he's just adding like solos that don't exist on these songs to it.
You think he's ad-libbing?
He's singing along too.
Yeah.
And what I thought was so funny, I'm telling you, this is like if I could have written it, I would have. He doesn't have his like iMessage turned off, so he's like playing, Margaritaville, and then every once in a while he's just ding.
No,
and he just moves right past it, and he's giving everything he's got to this thing. Like he is, he's shooting for like notes that I know he's like I can get it sometimes, you know. He's giving 100%. No one's listening. And it's just like, I love this. I love this because it's like, you've dedicated everything. Do you know how many things didn't work out for you to end up here? And you're still like, I'm not going to, this guy's 50 something. He's like, I'm not going to stop. This is the thing I'm getting paid to do, and I'm bringing all of it because somebody might discover me.
That's
and
fucking
I'm like,
sick.
This rips, dude. Anyone who like doesn't give up on a dream like that, I think is the coolest person that can exist.
And you have to assume he probably lives nearby. He probably just kicks it, dude. He's probably just kicking it.
I don't know. He's just working on his music, dude. I would love to hear his solo stuff. He would just pick songs where he knew like there's a big opening in this one for me to
I can riff.
Just do the on the piano.
So he was good at piano too?
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he had a zone, you could tell. You know what I mean? Like I think that if you were telling him to do something different, he's like, I kind of got this program that works. I just changed the key.
Yeah.
But
it's like the drummer that does the same fill for the same fill for every.
Yeah, I've heard hardcore music before.
Yeah. There's one fella I'm thinking of. I was like, I could do the fill for him right now. Like,
Looking like, I'm not saying like I'm above it. Like I've certainly there's like you get like 3 in your arsenal, and you're like, depending on how much time I have, I can do 1, 2, or 3.
Yep.
So I get it.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Overall solid trip.
Did you guys get beer for the house or no?
No. No one drinks except for it would be me. Well, and Abby's sister.
Abby's not gonna have a beer.
And Abby's dad brought wine for all like the meals, so we would have like a meal, and then he would bring like a wine that we would have with it.
See,
I just cooked. I was out there grilling.
Yeah, would you grill? Did you grill any seafood?
No, steaks.
Hell yeah.
And hamburgers and I don't know other stuff. Mostly they wanted steaks. We were doing steaks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm also like I don't necessarily love meat as you know. I feel like it's a necessary evil into diet. I could probably figure out ways around it, but I'm not there just yet. But I'm really really good at cooking meat specifically. I just don't like it that much, but I'm good at it.
Yeah, you said this too.
Yeah. So I nailed it. Every time I nailed it, even though one time I think because I marinated the steaks and there was too much oil and like I think the grease trap was too filled up, but I didn't want to like mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not my shit and I didn't know where they wanted it to go and all this stuff.
Because you can't like dump that down the sink, obviously.
What the hell are they delivering to us in that giant box from, what is that?
I don't know. It's from the UPS store. Hopefully somebody's sending hopefully a box full of snacks.
You think that's what that is?
Anything that's unlabeled, I just assume is for us to eat.
What was I gonna say? Anyway, a lot of fire came up. It looked nuts, but I still saved it. Even that,
tight, dude.
Still saved it. So I'm solid on the grill, even though it's not necessarily my thing.
Yeah, that's sick as hell.
Yeah.
That's sick as hell. I would, it sounds like a dream, dude. I would have a great time too. Drink a bunch of beer, hang out outside.
It's just the right amount of like nice mixed with not nice. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And that's like the blending of those two worlds is where I really thrive. You know.
Well, part of the appeal too is that you guys said, like Abby said, it felt apocalyptic. No one.
There's like no one around. Yeah, I loved it.
That's cool.
You really felt like free to just sort of do your thing. You know?
Yeah.
So I liked it.
Yeah.
I'll go back.
Hell yeah.
It's fine.
Well,
where else are
welcome
you
home.
gonna go? It's all the same.
That's
Beach
the
is
thing,
beach.
dude. Cool. You take a vacation somewhere, cool. You're just in another place, just like anywhere else. So.
Yeah, I mean, it would be. I mean, it's like, but also like like, oh, the humidity and the heat. It's like, well, what are you? You're in water all day. What do you want it to feel like outside?
Yeah, no, I actually think that it's fun. It's fun to experience extreme like that when you have reprieve.
Listen, I think that if I lived there and had to like get up and go to work, and like by the time that you step outside to go to your car, you are absolutely like just
so
dripping
hot.
sweat.
Yeah.
That would suck. But I didn't need to do that, so I'm basically in a handful of band tees and my swimsuit, and I didn't wear anything. I didn't really pack. I did not pack enough. Like in an emergency, it would have been a bad situation for me. I really was loosey goosey with it.
Yeah.
I had like one pair of shoes, and then I didn't wear shoes the whole time.
You bring pants?
Abby convinced me to bring a pair of pants in case we went to a dinner. I'm like, what do you think that we're gonna go in a beach town in Florida that I'm gonna need to have pants?
That you'd be undressed?
Yeah. So I just thought that was nuts, but I did it. But I didn't wear them.
If there was a Michelin restaurant where you were, you'd still be overdressed going in that bitch with a pair of pants.
100%.
They don't wear pants in Florida.
We checked because we didn't have reservations. We went to like the nicest restaurant there to see if there was anything, and they didn't have anything, which was fine. And I was looking at the menu, being like,
You mean no openings?
yeah, it was booked, But we just forgot to do a reservation. Anyway, we went in there and it was like, looking at the menu and you're like, God, like $42 for like tilapia, and you're like, there's no fucking way this place is gonna deliver on that. You know what I mean? There's no chance that that's gonna do what it's supposed to do.
Did you just pick a fish, or was it really tilapia? Because tilapia is bottom of the barrel.
Bro.
Yes,
Tilapia.
Tilapia is like.
Hey, don't dog on it because it does taste good.
I have no problem with tilapia, and in
you're
fact,
trying to eat light. You get a gang of tilapia, frozen tilapia somewhere. You're like, this is fine.
I had a period in college where I think at the Walmart, or what am I thinking of? It wasn't Walmart, but I can picture where I got it. I'm not sure what it would have been. But I did get a pack of frozen tilapia, and I would just put them on the skillet and then just eat that with white rice. Like I did that like sophomore year of college or something. I have no problem with tilapia, but it is understood that it's like the cheapest, most accessible, I think like the least calories per like food you can put in your mouth kind of thing. It's great though. Don't get me wrong, but.
I don't think we saw some dolphins with that, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's so sick. You didn't get to pet them by chance, did you? You didn't get to touch them?
They're like wild boys. You know what I mean? They're just moving around.
Yeah. What about wildlife? You see any snakes?
Yeah. No snakes, no. Lizards, though.
Lizards?
A lot of lizards.
Bigs?
And they have
Big
those
ones?
they're like called palmetto bugs. They look like cockroaches. You know what I'm talking about? They come out at night, scare the piss out of you. Because they move faster than you can't believe how fast they move.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember one time being like, oh shit, I forgot to clean the grill. I should do that before we go to bed. So I went out there and I opened the thing. Two of them come whipping out and like it's like they move so fast, dude. But they look like a cockroach.
Oh, interesting. They fly?
And then at one point I went out to the garage because I was like, maybe I'll go whip around in the golf cart at night because I wasn't doing anything. You know what I mean? I was bored. Everyone was asleep. Went out to the garage and it was like that scene where in Men in Black where they go in and those bugs are having coffee. That's what the vibe was. It was like they all stopped and like looked at me. They were everywhere. And they all it was like they waited a minute because I turned the light on, and it was like I interrupted a party. And I was like, I'm not going out there, no way.
Yeah.
But they all go away during the day. They just come out at night sometimes. So I don't like those things.
Bugs are fucking gross, dude. All of them.
I think we can all agree there.
I think the only bug that I like is a ladybug, and a praying mantis. So
I was gonna see if you kept going.
I could.
Ants are good. And what about bees? You like bees? That feels.
You've seen me. I have a thing with bees. In the same way you have
a thing. What do you
thing.
mean I've seen you? Like you were in a relationship?
Oh no, I
with
just picked one up in here the other day. You guys were trying to kill one. You just pick it up.
What
just take it outside.
I was not trying to kill a bee in here. What do you keep accusing
Willie
me?
was.
Well, that's Willie. What do you say? You said you guys. I wasn't out here doing anything.
I am the kind of person, and those who have been with me out at a patio lunch or something can attest to this. If you just pick a bee up and move it, they're fine. If you're not trying to hurt them, they don't sting you. Any of them, wasps, bees, huh?
At a patio.
Yeah, if you got some bees in your shit, you just pick them up, and move them off the site. A patio
You
lunch.
calling me up? Hey, you want to go get a patio lunch later today?
You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're
lunch that's
saying.
on a patio.
I've never heard it referred to as a patio lunch.
A patio lunch. I love these.
I don't kill
like
any
moving them.
bugs unless it's like a mandatory thing. Spiders. If I'm too
Spiders, I
scared
kill
of
them.
it and I can't get it into a thing, then it's like, well, you're gonna have to die. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh no, all spiders
want
get
this
killed
for you
except
either.
for daddy long legs. I don't like daddy long legs, but I'm not going out of my way to kill them. I will go out of my way to kill other spiders.
Yeah.
Any other spider, I will go out of my way to kill it.
Yeah, but
Except for one time, Michelle and I were in an Airbnb in Washington, and we encountered a spider that he would fill out the top of this chair. If you stepped on him, you would have felt him crunch beneath you, like a small animal.
not a lot of back support on these things. I don't know if you've noticed.
These guys?
Yeah.
No, so if we're done with Florida talk, we can get into...
I was gonna say one more thing, but I forget what it was now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't pertinent information for anyone that's ever existed. But go ahead, talk about your chairs. Let me see if I can think of what I was gonna say.
Okay, cool. So we were talking. What did
I know. I have a spider story.
Tell me.
I have a spider story. When I was living in this. There's like a kind of a lot of stories. I told the stories about the house that I lived in, the weird one on the.
Is this in Indiana?
Yeah, in our Halloween episode.
Is it the one where the guy
had
raw
the weird-
dog's life in the back ADU?
Yeah, well, the same place, but
Yeah.
I was talking about the time when we went down in the basement. We were using the dowsing rods, which were how to talk to ghosts. But
yeah.
but we just used an old real estate sign that we obviously just took from someone's yard
Yeah,
and just
hell
took it
yeah.
out, broke it in half, and then turned it into those.
Yeah, that's tight.
And it was mostly being like asking questions about our one roommate that lived with us, and it was just asking questions that we knew would bother her. And it was just like us in her room, not asking if we could come in there, being like, does Jenny suck? Things like that. It's just,
Yeah, the usual.
But when it had that weird room in the basement. Remember that? Like I told you, just like there was a room that
Just
had
dirt,
a
right?
single chair in it, and
Yeah.
then the one wall was just outside
Yeah.
dirt.
Yeah. Tight.
It was that house though. It was a nasty house. There was definitely black mold in the bathroom, and then we just like didn't stand near it when we took showers.
Yeah.
That was the solve for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, of course.
So I was in this room, and I should note my bed, no bed, just mattress on ground. Obviously,
of course, the best way to sleep.
and my head was next to a boarded up like a laundry chute, I think is what it was, or like
yeah, I know what you're talking
what do you
about.
call those the things come up, or I don't know,
Like a laundry chute. Like what did it lead down
it's got
to?
a name. I'm not thinking of the name, and this doesn't matter obviously, but I can't think of it's like where like a dolly brings things up and down.
Oh, it was an X motor.
I don't
It's
know.
like
I
in
couldn't
that-
get into the thing because it had been painted over and like boarded up. It doesn't matter.
Dolly gets the job done, but I know what
It
you're
was
talking
either a
about.
laundry chute or one of those things that
Yeah,
we can't think of what
sure.
it's called. It doesn't matter. My head was next to it where I slept, which is probably not like a good place to be realistically. I was just thinking about it.
Probably just an open.
Anyway,
dirty
one night
area.
I woke. I was sleeping and I was having like a crazy ass dream.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't dream a lot, but I mean, this was like a while. It's like
Yeah.
hallucinating. You know what I mean? And I woke up and I'm like, I feel like I can't even like see straight. I was feeling like sick.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I start to sit up and I feel a fucking big ass like spider, like a bug. I don't know what it is. Just go from my neck to my cheek. And I hit it. And when I hit it, it went down my shirt. So I'm trying to get it out of my shirt. So immediately just like can't breathe. You know what I mean? Because I'm like woken up so fast trying to get this thing out of me. It falls down. It's as big as my fist. Without thinking, because it's just like adrenaline, I just punch it. Just one punch it. It fucking explodes. It's all over my hand. I go wash my hand in the bathroom. I notice, oh, Jesus, I have a huge bite like on my neck. You know what I mean? And then I start, and it was swollen and I'm feeling like ill. So first thing in the morning, I go to the, the like university healthcare
Yeah.
thing. And they're like, Jesus, dude, like this is a bad bite. And so, but they tested it and they were like, it doesn't seem to be anything that's gonna, I don't know. I put me on an antibiotic and then that was it.
Golly, dude.
Nasty. That was my worst bug story.
Seriously fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it
sorry
sucked.
that
Yeah, it was
happened. to you.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably put it on my blog spot the next day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Anyway, what you want to talk about these chairs? Is that what you wanted to do?
Oh yeah. So Willie and I, when you guys were gone, we went and shot. We got that we sent an Orslo email. So I put on the new fatigues, and we just went and shot it right behind here. Shot a photo, and he and I are walking back, and we go, oh, literally in sync. Go, oh, those look like some nice chairs. We both just keep walking, boom, boom. Each pick one over our shoulder, come in. Yesterday, Abby and I gave it a little little wipe down. I kind of took a broom and beat the dust out of these guys, and we gave it a nice little clean. I like them. I think they're really cute.
Yeah.
But what I was talking about before,
not as supportive of the back, certainly. Not as comfortable.
Not as supportive
than our beautiful.
No, maybe we do go back to the old ones.
Downshifted into these.
We might go back to the old ones. I just thought
cool,
these were
though.
cute.
Cool. They look like old
not
office chairs, but
they're
cool.
not comfortable for the purpose of we have to just sit here for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so it got me thinking. What did I say? I said street snacks. Street snacks?
I don't. Yeah. Oh yeah. I see
Road snacks,
yes,
street snacks.
Yeah.
A buddy. Do you remember when you and I were in New York in January, 2-3 years ago now? Remember? And we got drinks at
Street treat is what you were saying.
Street treat.
Yeah.
Street treat. That's what it was. A street treat. Do you remember when we went and got drinks with my OG Discord buddies, Styrofoam fellas
In New York.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the fella who's a comedian?
Yep.
Big
I
beard.
sat next to him. Yeah.
Yeah. He lives in New York, and like sometime last year, he goes, "Oh, look at this guy's major score on this street treat," and it was some sort of chair or something, right? And everybody's like, "Dude, do not bring that into your house."
Have you ever seen the YouTube the YouTube short that somebody did? It was really good.
No.
It's like a really great short that somebody made, and it's about that whole like you're not supposed to bring a single chair into your house. That's like a big no.
A single chair?
Yeah, like vibe wise, it's like it brings in like bad spirits.
Oh, for
basically.
real?
Yeah.
Well, luckily we've got two
Supposedly,
here.
I mean, I don't believe in any of that shit, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, sure. He goes, "Oh, look at the street treat I found. It's one single chair." And we're all like, "I don't know, man. Don't bring that in." And the other dudes that live in New York are like, "Dude, do not
What was
bring
their
that into your
reasoning?
apartment."
It wasn't because of the whole.
It's filthy.
Oh,
They were just
yeah,
worried it was filthy.
yeah.
Long story short, he brought it in. 2 or 3 days later, swear to God, he goes, "Guys, I'm not gonna lie." He just got back with like an urgent care or something. He had gotten scabies or some sort of like bacterial bug situation from the chair. He goes, "It has to be the chair." So he put the chair back outside on the sidewalk, and he vowed to never take a street treat ever again. So anyway, these chairs reminded me. So hopefully they're clean. They're clearly from one of these offices right next door.
Probably.
There was their dumpster. It was right next to it. You know what I mean? So hopefully they're clean.
We used to in Chicago, you could just put anything out on the street and people would take it. That whole thing that they talk about, like where it's basically the Bermuda Triangle, that's 100%. If you put furniture out, people take it. You put anything out on the street, people take it.
Yeah.
I never took anything for years. I moved a million times. I never took something to a dumpster.
But people take. You never took
and
it to a dumpster.
And it never was a problem.
Yeah.
Any couch, any piece of furniture, anything, they'll take it. It's great. It's a great system. Cities have it down in that way.
I agree. And in fact, we put out in front of our driveway. Michelle got rid of her standing desk, and we had. I had like an old, the square IKEA shelving units, the standard ones that everybody had, just little, fucking $25 ones. A couple of those, and they're gone by the afternoon, man. You don't even got to put it on Craigslist. So even though I'm not in a city, it's still very much so alive and well where people exist. I love it. I think it's the best way to get rid of shit. What's the point in taking it to the dump when they're gonna completely trash it? When like there's people out there who would happily take it. I was that guy for a lot. You know how many times I've driven into work and been like, I might stop and pick up that ladder. You know what I mean?
Well, you've got a bit of a disease with this kind of shit, man, because you just think everything's got value.
I'm trying to be better about my treasures and my trinkets.
I say you're a lot like that guy from Storage Wars that we like. I don't know all the character names. But
Wait, which one?
The guy that would always be like, he's got the dumb son. Well, they've all got a dumb son, but the one that like he's always got a black tank top on.
Yeah, the tank top and the glass sunglasses.
The worst shit you've ever seen, and then he's like, old couch, that's $40,000 right there. I got 2 bricks here, that's 50 a piece. You know what I mean? It's just these made up numbers, and you're like, no one's ever gonna. It's crazy.
No, I think what they do, dude, because you have to assume they're getting paid to be on the show. So although it is true that they have a thrift or flea market, whatever business they have to liquidate the things they're buying.
Yeah.
I think what they're doing is they're saying, okay, I'm making X amount from the show. This is supplementary. You know what I mean? Because there's no way they're making the amount of money they think they are.
You've seen like pictures of the stores that they own.
Oh,
right?
dude, yeah.
They're disgusting. It's like it's just like 3 cutouts of like Diamond Dallas Page that are like $300 for some reason, and then like just like a box full of cords.
Yeah.
And it's just junk. It's just bullshit.
No, 100%, 100%. It's like some sort of old analog kitchen tool that nobody
Yeah.
has used for 80 years, and like I can get $1,200 for this.
Yeah,
You know?
like, I mean, and they might be right. I think people that watch the show just like dig them, and they're like, "I'll go there and spend $1,200 on that."
I really do enjoy those shows, whether it's American Pickers, R.I.P. to the one fella, Storage Wars.
I knew the American Pickers. You know that.
Oh yeah, you knew those fellas. They would come shop in Chicago, both of them together. Would they come with the crew?
No, I don't think. It was mainly the one guy, the taller guy.
I was gonna say there's a thinner, younger, taller
forget
dude.
his name now.
He's still alive. The other fella passed, R.I.P.
Yeah.
But that's tight, dude. I think that Timbo, you and I, we've talked that we could kind of snake our way into any market and get because we like to do the work, you know, and we like to conceptualize and then just do the work.
I am down to like buy a couple storage units.
I swear to God, dude, if you want to by next summer figure out some sort of situation.
Do they have like auctions here?
100%, dude.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Let's go. Let's go if nothing else for the content, just to be able to talk about it on the pod. But if we can get one for under $1,000, dude.
Everyone's gonna hate when I'm just doing the Yep thing.
Yep.
Because there's like I'm probably gonna step on some other guy's foot that does it. You know what I mean?
We go out
some
to Aurora and shit, and there's some dudes that clearly like
they're dressed like him.
They're pulling up in some fat ass F-150s, just nasty as hell.
I'm getting the longest shorts you can ever imagine, like plaid shorts. For some reason, this is where I'll take my fashion risk.
Yeah.
A long black T-shirt and then like a black flat bill.
Yeah.
Just yelling Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All that shit's cool. I also like Pawn Stars. And do you remember Hardcore Pawn? It was in Detroit, and it had that greasy dude with the chains.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That guy. I think his name was Lex. He would always yell at his employees and shit, and his daughter and his son they're vying for control similar to Succession.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're nasty
They're
with their
vying
employees
for control over their family fortune of
And
$76,000.
probably 30 minutes outside Detroit, just a fucking big ass building that when nobody's there, you're like, it's an abandoned building. But so we would do well in something like that. I do think so. It's something
You hear
to consider.
that, TLC? I know you're looking for young YouTube programming. Why don't you come to us and just let us do it instead?
Honestly, you know what? We could put this situation where we can cruise control our situation, and you and I can go get a TV contract.
Yeah. Or maybe we could be the new. There was those two on TLC. I think we've talked about them before. Where they would change people's fashion. I forget their names off the top of my head. We've done this before because I had like a celebrity crush of mine for a long time was her. She's like the Greek lady. She has the really pretty hair.
Yeah.
I loved her.
I remember this conversation, but I don't remember.
I love her.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get her. Can you see if we can get her on the pod, actually? That would be incredible. What's that? What not to wear? Yeah. What's her name? She's still doing stuff? She's still active for Stacey London. See if we can get Stacey London on
Let's get her on the pod. What I'm looking for
we
is
could be the new Stacey London and other guy.
100%. Cool.
Yeah, I love Stacey London.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, what I'm looking for is a cool, high-paying TV job where we do it for 2 seasons.
Just to be clear on the negotiation, when he says high paying, this is. Don't worry about it. yeah, you've got the budget. I can promise you, because when he says it, who knows what it means.
They've got the budget. So I don't know, man. I legitimately am interested in, and I don't know if it's too late, but I'd like to hit some estate sales or some auctions for some storage units and shit, dude.
Because it'd be something like in the early fall. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it'd be fun. So maybe we do that. Maybe we do that one of these weekends.
One storage unit.
Yeah,
just to see what we get.
Yeah.
We can sell some of it on eBay and stuff, you know? Yeah. What do you think? What are we looking for? Because not safes. Obviously, we can't afford safes, can we?
Well, a safe would be great if it's hidden.
I want to buy mystery ones. I want to not know it all.
Are the rules okay? Yeah. Are we going to buy a mystery one, or because oftentimes in the show they're not allowed to cross the line, so you can look in there, but you can't cross the line.
I want to buy 3 mysteries.
3 mysteries and just let it rip.
I feel like the mysteries are cheaper, right?
You know what we should do, Timbo? Is we should be looking in areas like Louisville or Superior, out by the Costco.
I love looking through, or I honestly think Wheat Ridge, because there's so much like mid-century.
Oh God,
stuff.
Wheat Ridge, Loveland. Out near Fort Collins and shit.
I'm into this now. I want to buy, let's say 3 mysteries. I just assume they're cheaper. And the thing is, too, half of my interest is like looking through stuff anyway.
Dude, if there's nothing that comes of it outside of a few pots to put plants in, I think it'd be a fun experience. So
how much do you think? How much is it? Like $200 a pop or something?
Cole, can you let us know if there's any
What's the
auctions
average?
So there's one in Longmont right now.
Yeah, Longmont would be good too, Timbo.
Why
The
Longmont?
minimum bid
Old
is
houses.
$10. The unit is 10 feet by 18 feet.
It's $10.
That's the minimum bid.
What do you have to do?
Do you have
That's
to
what it
physically
looks
go,
like.
or can you just bid
Nah,
on
that
it?
You could
looks
do
like
it online.
shit, though, huh? It's just like trash.
For
bags.
10 bones, though, bro?
Am I responsible for clearing it out
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then the unit needs to be cleared. They're auctioning it, so you get the shit
How
out,
are
and
we
then the
gonna
next
get
day
it
they
out of
rent
there?
it.
I'm not gonna put it in my car.
Well, I'll have a K truck soon. That's a perfect.
Also, if you want to get one, you've been making such a fuss. I was on Facebook Marketplace yesterday. There's like a shitload of them for sale.
Yeah, but are they for 10K?
No,
Because you could spend 5 or 6K, get a 99 with airbags and AC.
they're 5 or 6. That's how much they are.
For real?
Yeah, like between
Ooh.
4 and 6, I'd say.
This one's in Lakewood.
Oh, that
Lakewood would be good.
That looks like it's got good
That
stuff.
looks good.
280.
Cole, there's probably some fishing supplies in that one. How much? 280?
That's the
For
highest
buy right
That's the
now?
That's
bid
the
right
highest
now?
bid.
How much longer?
36 minutes, 22
We
seconds.
have to stop talking about this. We have to stop talking about this right now. But
Abby?
we'll come back to it in a minute. How much longer? 26 minutes?
Yeah.
How much
There's a
longer in the
lot.
pod do we have to do?
Well, if there's more going on, because I'm being dead serious. I got nothing going on Saturday. So if you guys want to buy one,
I can't do it this weekend. I got stuff.
well, we got Party Sunday.
Well, I got like a people in town. I can't buy a storage unit.
Oh, yeah, you got people in town. Abs, we're trying to buy
Buy a storage
a
unit.
storage unit.
Storage war style.
Like $300 for...
We can't litigate this on here.
All right, we're done. Abs, I'll come find you in a little bit. We'll talk about it.
We want.
I want to buy one bad, though. So maybe we
I
plan
just
for the
can't
weekend
do it
after.
this weekend. Can we do it next weekend?
Yeah.
Next weekend, I don't have.
I think it sounds great. We'll
Things
just
going on.
we'll just do it. We'll buy it, show up early in the morning, clear that shit out, take what we want, and be on our way. It'll be a fun experience. You have to throw it away.
We have to just take it
There's
to the
probably
dump.
a dumpster on site, though. You know
We
what I
can
mean?
just rent one of those $15 cars from.
Home Depot.
Home Depot.
They got trucks. Do you ever see the video? It's these dudes doing donuts with a Home Depot truck in a parking lot, and the guy's in the back. He's in the back. Somebody's driving, and he's slapping the back where the sticker says 1990. I got this bitch for $19.95 an hour. He's slapping the sticker, and they're just doing donuts tight as hell.
Yeah.
So we'll rent a big ass Home Depot truck. We don't know anybody with a truck.
You could use Bob's.
Oh yeah, maybe
Maybe Bob will let
Bob will
us.
let us use his Raptor to haul trash.
Oh, listen.
I'll ask Paige. She'll let us.
Let me level with you. We
Yeah.
bought a couple storage units. we gotta get something to clear them out. It's just shrapnel.
We got a bunch of old calendars, a couple tackle boxes,
Yeah.
and a couple used drift tires.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do we need to do? We need to answer a question.
We're gonna do that. Cole, can you get us a
Yeah,
question?
let's get into it. Okay, these are some serious questions. When did you feel like Canoe Club was first working? Emphasis. When was the vision started clicking?
The whiplash the listener is about to have of us switching gears like this. Say it one more time. When did we know Canoe Club was working?
Yeah, like when did you first feel like Canoe Club was working?
Okay, switch gears into a different thing.
Yeah, like maybe it was not treading water. It was kind of like, oh,
I mean, half of our problem is that we still operate and behave as if we're working out of a garage. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
technically we are, but I mean, I think it's. I still have that like mentality with it.
Very
so I don't
DIY
think-
feeling, yeah.
and I don't know what like. I know what I want to accomplish with the business. You know what I mean? But I don't know what that means as far as like where we end up. You know what I mean? So there's still so much I want to do, but I don't know what that looks like. If all of that came to fruition and all of it worked out just right, I don't know what that ultimately means. You know, so it's like hard to like. It's like I don't mean that there's just no end goal. Do you know
Yeah,
what
I don't
Like,
think
just
I
wanna
don't think
keep-
we've gotten there.
So I don't
and I don't
know.
think we ever will.
I will say to answer the question, so I don't just evade the question though. I think the first time we weren't working out of the store when we had the studio, the first studio. I think that felt like a big deal.
Exactly. I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's less like that Canoe Club has started working, and we're always gonna feel like we want to improve just because that's the nature, and I don't think any of us will ever just like coast. You know, we're always eager to make it better and to grow the business. But like Timothy said, there's moments where we leveled up. I think that first moment of the stew when Abby first started shooting on bodies over there and Graham and Easton had their photo set up in that room, you know, we were taking the overheads because formerly before that, it was all just in a fucking broom closet. So that was a moment of leveling up. Then we are.
What's so funny though is to think about that as leveling up now. I mean, not to say that like what we have is so much better, because it was an old space and it had like a lot of unique qualities to it.
Where that room was 100 degrees in the winter.
We were storing everything in the back. The back was so cold because it got no air back there.
Pitch
It was
black.
entirely stone because it was like more or less like at ground level, like a little bit below ground level.
Yeah.
And so the walls were all just rocks. It looked like Gia always called it. What'd she say? It looks like
Dino
dinosaur
bones.
bones.
Dino bones. Dino bones.
And it was like when I first took the space, we dealt with like the landlord because a company just like up and moved during COVID.
COVID, yeah.
And when the guy came to get some of the stuff, I'd met him one day because I needed to get the key from him. And he was like, yeah, it's all good. It's pretty straightforward. He goes, it's haunted, but, you know. And I was like, what? And I thought he was, he's just like but he's like a regular looking like tech guy. And he's like, yeah, the back's kind of haunted. We don't know. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, is something happening? He's like, all sorts of weird stuff. And I was like, okay. And then nothing specific happened.
I was gonna say, you don't know anything.
Nonstop worried about it. Like whenever
Yeah.
I was back there alone.
Well, because keep in mind, when we
remember how
first
we
moved
lit it?
there, huh?
We lit it with, we bought
Christmas
like
lights?
strings of
Yeah.
like those lights you'd put like out, like if you were like, if you're having a patio lunch.
Yeah.
And they're just like
They're light
incandescent lights.
bulbs, though.
We just
Yeah.
like hung them up around.
Yeah.
Because
That was how we
figure
lit
out how
it.
to light it because there was like no electricity back there. So we had that and one standing light that they left,
Mm-hmm,
and then that's how we operated.
Because when we first moved in, that back room was not in the equation. We had it,
Yeah.
but keep in mind there was nothing back there.
Yeah, it was-
We stored a couple of excess boxes back there for a period of time because
was
we
too much
didn't want to
space
walk
at
into the
first,
garage
yeah.
and we didn't know what to do. And then we started to fulfill out of that studio. That was like another level on it. That was like another half level up. So we were fulfilling out of the back of the old studio. Abby was shooting in the front. We would all sit at the big table, which it's not this table. Where is that table?
I don't know.
It might be at the store. I don't think we have it anymore, actually. And then we'd all sit in that little room, and then that was a level. And then we've talked about it. The garage space opened. We looked at the garage space. Maybe we can make it work. Maybe we'd keep both of them. Found out garage space was no longer on the table. This space was on the table. Way too big. We go in here. We're like, we could make it work. And then we fucking move in here. That was another level up.
The other
Because
thing too is that space. Well, you were bringing up the one thing that one of the room there was like you can imagine it's a big open space, and then there's two like kind of built rooms and a hallway in between before you get to the back.
it's not like that anymore, by the way.
I know
They
completely
yeah.
took it down, which is kind of wild actually. But
Yeah.
on the one side, that girl thought I was waving to her. On the one side, there was like the room where we did the product photo,
Yeah.
and that had the heating
Yeah.
unit inside of it
On the
so
ceiling.
if you had it shut at all or did anything in there, you could have cooked meat in that
Straight
thing.
up.
And you'd have
Middle
to
of
do product
winter.
photos, so it would be like the middle of like January, and the employees would come out of there like pouring sweat.
They
It was like a
would wear
sauna.
tank tops and shit because
Yeah.
they'd be literally soaking wet with
So
sweat
hot.
by the time they're done. Yeah.
Yeah, and then remember the one time where we were like, man, I feel like we're seeing a lot of like wasps around. Where are we seeing? Like, are they getting in from outside? We thought it was because we were leaving the door open. And there was like these two like old, because it was like set up to be an old grocery store. So the front had like almost like a display area by the big windows. And
You could lift up.
lifted it up, and he just turns around and goes, "Don't look in there." He goes, "Just don't." He goes, "I don't even know where to begin, but we can't deal with it." And I was like, "All right, so we just don't look in it." You know what I mean? And then we
It was just
never,
filthy.
We never
Yeah.
looked in it.
It was an old building. I can still hear the sound of the floor when you walk down
Yeah.
that hallway.
It was cool.
It was
looking
cool.
building,
In
yeah.
the rooms, there were like Timothy said, there was two rooms that led the hallway to the back was dead center. Two rooms on the side, 15 by 10 or so, right? And they had these weird, the type of glass where you can't see through it. What's that term?
It's those glass blocks,
It's like a glass block, but they would be all catty corner and weird.
They were so weird.
Just scattered about. And it was a really interesting place. I enjoyed our time there because I felt very special when we were in there. Because even when we first moved into it, I was still at the store full time. It was truly just an Abby and photo creative situation, and then you would kind of bounce between. And then when we started fulfilling, then I was pretty much over there, and then we moved over here, and then that's been that. But when we moved into this space, right now, at time of recording this, there is no square footage that we can put a shelf on the floor. We have found a couple of L rods or whatever, brace units for shelving units. We can use the walls. We'll have to figure out how to drill into fucking concrete. But there is no more space. At the time of moving in, however, we could have fit we could have made money if we put a skate park in here. There was enough room to put a fucking skate park in here and charge fees. Like there was a massive couch, and it was like the amount of space we had was remarkable. So I would say even in the last couple of months has felt like a level up, like another tier. So never, to answer your question, there isn't a moment.
Just moving around for the most part.
Just markers of us moving around.
There's like a handful of brands that we got that were like a big deal at the time, and things like that. But I don't know if I think that unfortunately the curse of entrepreneurship is that I'm never going to feel like that. You know what I mean? So we'll just keep our head. I just like working, so I don't want to work until I'm 90. So as long as we get to keep doing that, that's us making it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
so,
the work's fun, and I'm we're not going to be in here forever. We're brimmed, so I'm looking forward to whatever the next thing is.
It'll be a next step, yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be fun. And then what's like what. No joke, what's legitimately fun about that is there's going to be some manual labor involved. It's going to be bringing racks in. It's going to be building shit out. We've wanted to build Abby a sweep,
an endless seam, or whatever they call it,
where you basically build a quarter pipe into a wall, so there's no seam, so there's no shadow, and for photo and shit. And
we're gonna make a bumpy as hell one, I bet.
Yeah, I'm skating it, obviously. So yeah, that's about it. But I was gonna say, Timbo, if we move to a bigger warehouse, I would love if I could buy a quarter pipe and skate it before and after work inside it.
No, liability wise, I can't let you do that. We've talked about this so many times.
I'll sign a waiver.
That's fine. If you want to bring a quarter pipe in, you are responsible for the quarter pipe, by the way. Yeah. If we need to get rid of it, you got to figure out.
Yeah, no problem.
My dad built me a quarter pipe one time, and to move that thing, we'd have to jam like 4 skateboards underneath it, like between 3 kids.
Oh no!
And then get it to scoot down. They're so heavy.
I'm thinking it takes up no more mass than that desk there. Probably 3/4 of that.
I'm talking like a baby one.
I'm talking like 3 foot, 3.5 foot max.
Why don't we just get one of those little rails that's got the little scoop on it? You know what I'm talking about? Like it's a little like scoop rail, so you can you can hit it and blunt it and stuff. You can really easy.
I know what you're talking about.
You can board slide them kind of easy. You can
rail on the end.
They're nice.
Goes up.
Yeah,
my friend Michael used to have one of those. Yeah. It was cool.
They're common.
Is it a quarter pipe?
Like a little spine or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
little baby one.
Okay.
This seems more reasonable.
Yeah. Than a quarter pipe?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking just a little tiny quarter pipe. I'm not understanding what you guys are saying at all.
We can't keep doing it. What do you mean? A quarter pipe's a quarter pipe. I understand what it is. Well, how tall are you thinking it is?
3 feet.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
like a little thing, a little tiny one you buy from CCS.
But it's got to be big enough and heavy enough that if you run into it, when you hit it with the board, it's not going to shift
over. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm envisioning it's up against a wall.
Okay, well he's got it figured out. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not getting a quarter pipe regardless. I don't know why we're arguing about it.
Oh shoot.
Well, with what you guys are kind of hinting at, is there something that you're moving forward from Canoe Club? What are you most excited / nervous about?
Like with the business, or like you think in life?
In the business.
Excited about, nervous about. I don't want to give away any of our things. You know what I mean? How do I? So I'm trying to think how to
Not
answer. Yeah, like the things that we cool. And I also don't want to promise things or like that we want to do that I don't know if we're gonna be able. I don't know if they'll come to.
Yeah.
I think that we want to expand a lot of offerings is a big thing. You know what I mean? So without getting into the details on that, you can imagine all the different ways we could potentially go. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of offerings that we want to get into. It's just we have sort of like this internal thing that we use that's really, it's kind of annoying. Like, but when you understand the sentiment, which is just we don't want to be involved in things where we can't potentially be the best, or we don't see the opportunity to be the best. And obviously the best is very subjective,
100%.
Because I don't necessarily think that the best is just making a shitload of money or being the biggest or anything like that, but just doing what we think is like the best version of that thing at that time. So I think Canoe Club, as as I've mentioned, that like my entire inspiration is Ralph Lauren. So I think it could move into a lot of different things by expanding not only the brand name, but also the offering that we have. And I think that can go in a lot of directions. I think there's some obvious ones, that you'll be able to come up with. And I think there's less obvious ones. I think that I'd love to figure out a way to make what we're doing with like digitally more and more experiential beyond just there's a store and there's an online store. You know what I mean? And I don't know all the different ways, but that's like a challenge that I don't exactly know. I have ideas, but that I don't exactly know how to apply. But that'd be like the most important like big steps for us is like trying to figure out how to like make more and more. How can more and more people experience Canoe Club beyond just shopping with us? And obviously we do all this stuff with YouTube and the podcast and all these other things that we do. But I think there's more. I think that's like an endless expanse that we can keep figuring out. And I don't think anyone's really figured out totally. I mean, I think all the traditional versions of retail, online or physical location, brick and mortar, I think are boring. You know what I mean? There's straightforward ways that this is how you do it. I just think that there's probably a lot of room for innovation. I just don't know all of what those innovations were. But that part, whether it's me being overconfident or whatever, that's not the part that like worries me. It's like getting it done, securing financing to do it, making sure that I can make it a bit like a workable business. So it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's those kind of things that are like scary and nerve wracking. Coming up with ideas is like, I don't know. I don't find that hard. And I'm not trying to like brag. It's just like, I just, luckily almost everyone that we work with, like it's a big quality I look for when we hire people is like, they're yes people. It's like, yes, let's try it. Long before we start going, no. We just start going, let's just give it a try. Let's keep doing it. And
the three of us have stood right there. We've moved that shipping desk situation around 3 times since getting into this warehouse just to see like, let's just move it. Let's just see what we think. If we don't like it, we're going to move it back. We've done that 3 times. And it's just fun just to experiment. And I agree. Everyone here is generally stoked and open to just like, I don't know, let's just take the jacket off and let's move the shit around, or let's just do it and see what happens. And if we hate it tomorrow, we'll switch it back.
This group doesn't like being bored. You know, like I've got a lot of kids that don't like being bored. You know what I mean? Which I think is a positive thing. So that's what I mean is like, we'll figure it out. I don't know all what it means, but we won't let ourselves get bored. So we'll keep finding ways to like, I just want there to be more ways to experience what we do and understand that like what we're shooting for is beyond just the transactional relationship of what we have to promise we can do. But that feels like such a baseline and so boring. And, you know, I'm glad we can do it. And we have great brands and people will find them and we can figure out how to get in front of them to make the sale. But that's, I don't know. That's not. That exists. And honestly, if there was businesses to get involved with, that's not the easiest way to make money. So if you're here to make money, that seems like a dumb way to do it, in my opinion.
I agree. And don't get me wrong. I want everyone listening to this. I want your money. I want you to shop with us. So respectfully, I do. But,
you know what? And I think that we earn it. If I'm being honest with you,
I was going to say, but I'm willing to put in the work, and I'm willing
all this stuff. I mean, I'm not, name a store that's our size that's doing as much content as we do. It just doesn't exist.
And that's not even us being braggy. It's just like we've dedicated and it's been intentional. We are going to keep doing this, and we know that people have been responding well to it. So we're going to keep doing the videos and the content.
I think as long as we keep doing stuff that we just think is cool for the customer, then I'm not really worried about that. That's the true north. So I want to expand categories. I want to do more experiential stuff, whether it be events, maybe it's traveling events. You know, one idea that we've had forever is like we wanted to like do like basically the equivalent of a band tour, but as Canoe Club, like have like a shoppable situation, maybe do the podcast live or some sort of YouTube thing live. Like I don't know what that would look like at all, but I like the idea of it like being a little bit of a traveling circus sort of situation because I've never seen anybody do it, and that could be fun. Make merch for it and all this other shit and do events
and just
like fun stuff.
And we've talked about it. It'd be like selling stuff's fun, but or more than anything, it's shaking hands, meeting people that know us online or have been shopping with us, and just being present and being real people in front of people, because I think
anyone can start a store and sell stuff. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you just, if you have access to get the money together to do it, and it's a pain in the ass to do that, and this business requires so much upfront cash that it's a pain in the ass. It's, again, not the best way to turn money into more money. But if you really care about it, then I think it's like, well, that's the thing that I owe somebody when we start the business. As a business, that's what we spent the first handful of years and still figuring out to make sure that we can deliver. What gets hard is like, and the scary part is like, okay, we make a non-negotiable for ourselves when we're X size. And then when we quadruple that, are we still able to not break that promise? That stuff's hard. But it's the actual like it's a known quantity. Like you know what it is, and you just have to figure out how to make it work.
It's very solvable.
So that part I don't get worried about. The other stuff is just like, I just want to make sure I always worry we're like running out of time to do everything I want to do.
I agree. In regards to excitement, Timbo, is there anything like, for instance, we have some things releasing later this year, and I pitched to the team a video idea for one of these things. Do you remember this, Cole?
Yeah.
Like a cold open type thing. And I've been thinking, I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited to do that because it's going to be so fun, legitimately, to do it and then to put it out. I think that our people are going to think it's fun and funny. And like, in terms of excitement, I'm excited to do all of those kind of things where it's like, you've had a conversation with a brand or what have you, and then it gets to come to fruition. You put it out to the community and you get to chit chat and laugh with your friends about like, that's really exciting. And this thing that I'm talking about is going to be sick. So
I was like, please don't say
I'm not
something.
no.
Yeah, he dances that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that there's like a lot of cool stuff that we're still. I mean, there's also like just in the past like buying season and a half that people haven't seen us bring in. We're bringing in so many new young and upcoming brands that I'm really excited about. So like doing more and more of that. I mean, I just think there's a lot of things happening at like the youngest level that I think are cool.
Yeah. Some pottery that we're freaking excited about. So I don't know.
I have a pitch for $1 million idea. What if we made an amusement park?
Canoe Club amusement park?
That's an experience.
Okay.
I call running the games.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what you want to call it? Running the games?
No, I call being the guy that runs the games.
You're like the carnival master?
I'm building all of the games.
Okay.
So I'm building the one where you get the plastic bucket and you got to throw the ball, make it land in the bucket. You got to hit it at right, just the right angle so it doesn't bounce out the other end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We played this game. It was a big, think like shuffleboard would, but think say 12 foot by 12 foot, pretty big, right? And then there's a gap between you and the board, and you had to take a dime. And on the board was a ton of little red circles, right? Okay. And so they were all of different sizes. And if you could get your dime to land showing red around the 100% perimeter of the dime, you won big ass prizes completely by chance. But it was a lot of fun. So you throw 20 dimes, that's $2. And I'm telling you, you're throwing way more than that before you win something, That was a fun game that has stuck with me. I like any carnival game. Love.
Okay, so Chase is in charge of games, so we've got that covered.
Candy apples, caramel apples, elephant ears.
You're just talking about a carnival.
Funnel cake.
Yeah. This is just a carnival. And there's no different idea here. There's nothing that's Canoe Club in this so far at all. It's literally just you guys running a carnival.
Cole, do me a favor. Please check out when the Boulder County Fair is happening again, because I know it's coming up and I don't want to miss it. Like I missed the Prepper Fair.
And you're going to have to go there. You got to take my daughter for me because I am not going.
You don't want to come this year?
No, I hated that. I hate it.
I would go with you, Chase.
Timbo, why do you hate it?
Because I don't like the smells. I don't like the vibe. It seems chaotic and dangerous.
Yeah.
I hate that place where they have it at.
Yeah, he hates it.
It's literally August 6th to the 10th.
Oh, fuck. Is that this weekend?
Today's the 5th.
Is it this weekend?
It is this weekend.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, maybe Saturday evening we have to go, Cole.
Okay.
I'll talk to baby girl. You don't have to come.
I know that. I know my rights.
I'm telling you what, at the very least, I live in Longmont. It's right down the street. At the very least, I will be going to get a corn dog, a big-ass lemonade, and a gyro. So,
Dude, Saturday's the demo derby. The demolition derby.
Cole, do you want to go? Are you going to be in town?
I might be.
Okay.
They got we should go. I'd love to go to the monster truck rally, but I want to go at the Ball Arena.
No, not monster truck rally. The demolition derby.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Which is redneck version of monster.
That's what I'm saying. It just seems like something's gonna come to the crowd. I don't want to deal with that. Where I grew up, man, every single year they'd have a carnival, and every single year, bare minimum, 2 people got shot. Every single year after year, and you're like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do this for?
It was like set up in a parking lot type shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We had this thing called the Bazaar, the BAZAAR, not BIZARRE, like a bazaar, BAZAAR, Bazaar. And it would happen in the parking lot for the...
All I ever think about now when you're talking is the one time that someone basically translated what you were saying and how weird it read. And now every time I'm just imagining you with subtitles being like, what is he talking about?
It looks like Sam in Discord typed out a transcript of me talking, and it blew my mind. Because I don't doubt
really
that
alarming to see, yeah.
It is really alarming to see, but I can only be me. You know,
As much as you got mad at those like beat writers, you talking looks.
don't tell me I talk like
It
Kerouac.
physically looks like a Kerouac. Yeah.
So,
It's a new version.
Fuck. So but anyway, they would set up. The fair. It was in the not Montessori. It was in like it was like an elementary school, but like a church elementary school, but like not necessarily. It was like there was a church and there was a school, but I don't think that there was like an like they didn't have full-time elementary school.
Chase, you gotta get this under control. I know that this information doesn't matter. You're spending so much time on it.
So wait, just in case anybody hasn't seen it, Cole, I know I don't want you to edit, but please, we need the video in there. Timothy showed me a video, and it's of Guy Fieri, and he says, 2 blocks that way is University of Michigan, and 3 miles that way is Lake Michigan, and just around the corner is where I went to school, and it's just boom, boom, boom.
It's a supercut of him just saying random stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I sent it to his girlfriend. I don't know if she saw it. I sent it just to say, like, this is Chase telling any story.
And it is. And you're 100% right. And I own it. I'm self-aware.
It's like 2 blocks that way, Dolly Parton rode her bike on. It's just like,
Exactly. And a block and a half around the right is the Natural History Museum, where I went as a kid.
Right across the street from a Scandinavian college, and across the street from the Oregon Ballet Theater, and not too far away from where Laverne and Shirley rode their bike. In the heart of the true wine country, about 8 miles from the Fountain of Youth. Now, my cousin Paul lives here. Right over there is the golf course. Now, I used to work about a mile that way, right on the corner of Chinatown, where all the fishing boats come in and drop off their catch. Now, there's a lot going on in this area. You know, the witch trials and everything. Locals around here call this 10 pen.
So anyway, they'd have this thing, the bazaar, and it would have...
you start spelling it again.
It would
you get the bazaar. Go ahead.
It would be, carnival rides. It would be carnival food. But then there was also, I've said Ashtabula has a lot of Italian people. They would have like a feast. And there would also be on the east side of Cleveland, in Little Italy of Cleveland, I think there is a little, and it'd be the Italian feast, but this would be the Ashtabula version. But you'd go and you'd always see, it'd be like a weird mix of like
Feast of 7 fishes, but it's just catfish.
They're still hissing. Nasty little catfish. But it was always a lot of fun. You'd go there and there'd be like really drunk adults, but then like high school kids. You know what I mean? So it was
This
always
is what
a
I don't
weird
like
vibe.
about the vibes.
Yeah.
It's like you're seeing kids and you're like, does somebody have eyes on those kids? And then I'm looking over and then there's just like 2 grandpas who are like falling down loaded. And you're like, this is too many people on
It's
too
like
many different.
It's like a group of like women in their late 40s and they're having fun, but they're fucking tanked. One of them is your hairstylist. You know what I mean? Like you just like know them because it's a small town. So, but the bazaar was always something I looked forward to. It was a lot of fun. Relationships were made or broken at the bazaar. You know what I mean?
You ever get a kiss at the bazaar?
I don't think so.
Not you.
Not me.
Yeah. Damn.
No. I kissed my 7th grade girlfriend during fireworks at the beach one time.
That's nice for you.
That was
Cute.
cool.
It's just
Yeah. Pretty
okay.
cool.
You got anything else? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think I have any other little nuggets to share, but if I did, I surely would.
We'll get to them.
Do you guys have some recommendations for everyone?
Well, let's talk. What's landed?
Yeah,
'Cause
there's a lot
have
to talk there. So, I'll start because you guys were out. So we received 2 boxes from James Coward before you guys left. That has been live and has been pushed. I don't think we've potted since it was live because we did it early, but nonetheless, James Coward is online.
Mm-hmm.
We got some New Balance.
Yeah.
That are going to release soon.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of Asics. We've got La Mer is on the way. Just so you know, everybody sent me an update. We got some boxy jackets and shit. I'm going to buy a boxy jacket when it comes. Some Barrel Maxi workwear pants, things like that. Not a terribly large shipment, but a decent shipment. What else were you whispering? Oh, we got
Vans.
Visvim on the way. Irish jackets. Travail in damaged black moleskin, as well as pastoral pants in damaged black moleskin. Those are going to be real fucking sharp. Those are going to be a pretty penny. Vans. We got a bunch of Vans here now. And in fact, I'm wearing these slip-ons today. I'm going to try on the other slip-ons because these like are crushing my arch and it really hurts. So I think the other ones might have.
Those are the regular ones, yeah.
These are like the skate, dude. Like the skate. So they have like, I feel like they're a little more aggressive on my foot. Whatever they're doing, it's like my feet have been falling asleep all morning. These really hurt my feet, so I can't wear them.
We got a lot of slip-ons. Maybe I need a pair of
We
slip-ons.
got a lot of slip-ons. We got them in a cream pig suede,
Yeah.
and then we have a black counterpart. I think suede. I don't know if they're pig
Yeah.
suede, but it's just suede. But I did try on the cream pig suede. I do like those. They might be up your alley, as well as some authentics and shit.
Yeah.
What else, Cole? Do you have Master Sheet pulled up by chance?
We got Satisfy.
Satisfy. We did get some Satisfy running yesterday. So this is the second time Canoe Club's carried Satisfy. We have some, people in town that were stoked on it. If you know Chris loves Satisfy and Satisfy adjacent things. So we got some Satisfy in. What else am I missing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm missing the big kahuna, so to speak. Growing up, when I would go to my buddies,
Oh my God, Chase.
I'm telling it too late. My buddy had a house in off Lake Chautauqua in New York, and we'd go fishing in the summer, and we would joke that we're gonna catch the big kahuna. We would talk about there was rumored, this was his personal pond, so I don't know where it was rumored, that there was a big kahuna
rumored between you
largemouth
two?
bass. Yeah, and we would say, this is it. We're casting out. We're going to catch the big kahuna. Never caught it. Caught a bunch of bluegill, sunfish, and maybe a couple smallmouth bass. But
What did you think the big kahuna was?
just a massive fish.
Okay.
Double, triple the size
And
of
this
the
was a
others.
rumor that you two had that there was
Made up together. Yep. Cole's dying.
This just, and the thing is too, it's not even, it doesn't even faze me at this point, any of it. But like honestly, this also sounds like every guy I knew growing up that there would be like these dumb things where it's like it's as if when we were growing up, we didn't behave as if we were involved. You know what I mean? Like that, like what you're describing, you're acting like I didn't have. There was just a big kahuna. I heard about it. It's like you did it. You're acting like you're not part of it.
Whoa. I didn't make
say
it up.
that.
He told me.
Jesus Christ.
And everything I cop to this too. Everything I heard from anyone was true.
Yeah.
I just never believed anyone was lying.
Still to this day,
Yeah.
that's my problem.
Yeah.
The last information I heard is what's true.
Yeah,
So-
you somehow. I feel like I got jaded at some point. You missed that though, because you really. If I told you I saw Goliath, you'd come outside and go, "Well, which way was he?" You know what I mean, like it's always like a.
Hey, Timbo, you fucking with me?
Oh, serious.
Dude, be straight with me.
Oh.
You don't see a coupe SUV all that often,
Like
but
a
you see
Jimmy?
those GMCs around. Yeah, it was like, that was like a GMC. I don't know not a Blazer.
Square
Blazer?
body. No.
Blazer?
No, that's a Chevrolet.
Chevy.
There was a guy that we that lived next to us growing up that had like a navy blue Jimmy that he washed every
Jimmys are
other
sick.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other day.
cool.
And he'd just have the car radio on so loud, just listening to Silverchair over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Just ripping beers and cigs. And like at the time we were like, what's with this guy? Now I'm like, that guy was living the dream. You know what I mean? He was just washing his car, listening to Silverchair. I mean, this is basically what I do now, you know?
Yeah, dude.
great.
I completely agree. When you talk about your dad playing with slot cars in the
Yeah,
garage
slot
when you were
cars,
young,
yeah.
it reminds me when we would drive to my aunt's house, there was a guy we called Garage Man because at any time of any year, he was in his disconnected from the house garage, door open, and it was immaculate, dartboard, this and that. But he'd be sitting there in the center of the garage in a lawn chair just looking out at the street. Yeah. And so we were just like, man, Garage Man's just out there. He's
There's
cool.
a lot of garage men.
Never
We
met him or
can't
nothing.
Start going down the road of like neighbors that we had growing up. So we're going to have to save that for a whole
I would
multi-part series.
I would love to talk neighbor stories because I've got a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, Big Kahuna, Orslo came. It was technically two shipments.
Both came? Yeah.
Both came. Both were pretty sizable. It was 100% pants. So in that allotment, we've gotten...
This entire episode is Alcatraz, by the way, for him. He is up on that thing like Aaron from Under Oath on your mic, Alcatraz. You've been doing the whole thing like this. But I can't
chairs,
move it.
man. Yeah, no.
I'm hindered.
It's these doggone chairs. It got me leaning forward. It's all pants. So we did get just a couple of seasonal that would be, quote unquote new or seasonal. We got US Navy wide fit pants, but formerly we've had those in just regular. So these are going to be a wide fit. We got our fatigues that everybody knows and loves in one step further. So if you've ever gone to a thrift store and put on a pair of like true vintage fatigues, how they're like no structure at all. Feels like linen almost. These are heavily stone washed, super soft. Feels like linen, fully drapey, wide ass pair of fatigues, and then the rest were a bunch of restock. So we've got 105s in sky blue, 2-year denim used, one wash, wide fit French work pants, a ton of
fatigues.
shit, regular fatigues.
Yeah.
So we've got that back, and it's looking great. And we obviously are going to get so much fucking Orslo throughout the rest of the season, but really, really excited. Anything else cool? All of which I've said is online except for Satisfy.
We got some more RRL as well.
Yep.
We got some like hats. Those hats are really cool. The one that Bob
Hats are
picked
really
up.
cool, like a Ella Bean hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really cool. We also got EG too. We didn't.
We did get. We got fall
winter.
winter 25 EG. Incredibly early, aren't we? So
That's how it goes.
so we've already gotten one of those shipments.
But it was kind of selling fast.
It's good shit. It's good shit.
Flannels and stuff. I was like, oh, we'll have
those
for a
flannels are
minute.
beautiful. So we got some of the heavyweight flannels. Both in like a plaid, like normal plaids and like a black plaid, and then we've got that one denim work shirt. I think it's like is it linen or wool?
I think
it's a
like
flannel
wool.
material. It's a
I
flannel
don't know.
material.
Wool.
Yeah.
You and I were surprised by it. So we got those.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
A Bedford, a cool sweater, and a couple pairs of pants. So hop over to the EG page. That is about it. Oh, Camille. We got 2 boxes of Camille Fortunes, just 4 SKUs. So we got some sweaters,
Frankenstein cable knit
sweaters, and then some wool cardigans, button cardigans. Really nice, hairy ass wool.
Oh, they kind of look like the evening cardigan from our
Exactly.
legacy, but yeah, a
Exactly.
little different. Yeah, those are cool. Those are really cool.
So
I need to
really,
look
really
at one of
nice. Those are down there. I believe Willie's photographing those today. So that'll be fun. But beyond that, things that are coming in, like I said, La Mer has shipped, but we don't have tracking yet. But that I reckon won't take terribly long.
I think there's a couple other random things I just can't remember off the top. But
You and I today, Timothy, are going to handle some Comme des Garçons perfume. So we will have some restock and some supplementary but we've been out of some CDG scents for a little bit. So we're gonna dig through that and add in some of that shit. And then there's a box from UPS store right there. I don't know what it is, dude. It could be anything though. It could be from a brand or not. So we'll see. It seems a little too big to be a return, and it looks to be taped a little too nicely to be a return. So let's hope it's not a return. Beyond that, that's about it. Capital has hit us with some stuff ready. We'll see when that
you'll
gets...
send back returns like you're wrapping up Coke. It's nuts.
Yeah,
It looks
guys,
like
do me a favor.
When they break into like the FBI or the DEA or whatever.
Yeah.
Breaks into and they gather up and they take a picture in front of that like mountain of those.
Yeah.
That's how people are taping boxes.
Do me
We're
a favor.
using excess tape.
If you're gonna, excess tape is one thing. At least you're trying to get it nice to us. But if you're the type of person to ball your shit up and put it in the box and send it back to us,
Don't go down here.
just
That's
please.
so rude. We agree.
I'm actually asking kindly. Please, when we ship it to you, I know for certain
Please, you
it's
son of
folded
a
up.
bitch.
I know it's folded up very nice. I know for fact that we're not shipping shit out in a ball. So can you just take that second to button the shirt back up and fold it as if you have some sense in your head?
There we go.
That's it.
There it was.
So
No, hold on. I'm doing it nice.
So, geez Louise. But that is about it. That's about it. Anything else you guys want to share? Any little fun nuggets?
No. I'm good.
We're heading into fall and we're gonna have some really good shit. As shipments come in, obviously we'll keep you in the loop, but there's some really awesome things. There's certainly some things that we have not mentioned, either collaborations or new brands, that will just be a surprise throughout the season. So we're really excited about that. Yeah, man, we're in a good spot. We're fortunate to be doing this every day for our job. So a little bit of earnesty there. It's the yip yap for like an hour and a half. Some of you people listen. It's crazy.
This keeps going. Okay. There's been a little bit of this one got away from us.
Yeah, we hadn't chit-chatted in a little bit, Rondo, so.
All right. Well, I got to go do some more.
I'm getting hot out here, too. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.